Hello guys, welcome back to my lesson. In this video, I want to tell you more about parabola. Parabola is a graph of the quadratic equation, and about this graph it's not easy to understand all of this form about parabola. So for the first video now, I want to introduce about the very basic parabola. The function I want to use for graphing here is y equal to x squared. And we have three important things when you want to learn more about parabola. The first thing is we need to figure out the form of the parabola. We have two main forms about parabola. One form will be this line and another form will be like here. And the second one we need to care about the vertex when you want to graph about parabola. The vertex is mean the point at this position or the point at this position. And another name of the vertex in this form we can call here is mean point, and about the form of the graph here we call here is mark point. And the next one we need to care about the symmetrical line. About symmetrical line is not too easy definition about the graph, but I think I can explain a little about this one. We have the line in this one, and this line we divide this parabola into the two parts. The first one is the left hand side and the second one will be the right hand side, and these two parts will be reflected through these lines. So that's why we call here is symmetrical line. And add one more thing, we have the factor for about parabola or the graph of quadratic equation. We call here is x and y intercept x or y. So here is the main four things about parabola. The first one, we need to care about the form of the parabola. The vertex of the parabola is mean the lowest point or the highest point about that parabola. The third one is symmetrical line. This means that line will divide the parabola into the two parts, the left hand side and the right hand side. They will be reflected together through that line. And the last one, we need to care about the intercept x-intercept or y-intercept when I want to graph about the parabola. We have two main parabola here. The first one, we have the form will be this one. It is the very basic form, so y equal to x squared. And about the second one we have here is y equal to minus x squared here. So about the form of the parabola, we have smile and we have smile face or we have sad face. About this one, we have y equal to x squared, and about the next one, y equal to minus x squared. So let me go to detail for each of them. The first one, we got y equal to x squared, and the form of this graph will be like this one. Here is x and y intercept, and then we have the graph of the parabola here will be like this one. Okay, so here is y equal to x squared. About 2, we have the vertex of this one. About this form, we will have mean point because we have the lowest point will be this position. And about this vertex, we call here is mean point, and we got the coordinate of this point will be 0 to 0. It means original point. And the third one, about the symmetrical line. About this symmetrical line, it means that line will divide this graph into the two parts, the left hand side and the right hand side. So I will got the parabola line. I call here the symmetrical line will be this one, y-axis. About the y-axis, we call here is y-axis, but about the equation of y-axis is mean the equation of x equal to 0. So about symmetrical line of this case, we have x equal to 0 will be the symmetrical line. And about the last one, we got x-intercept and y-intercept at this point will be the same. X-intercept here and y-intercept here will be the same. It means that's only 1 point, 0 and 0. Original point. Okay, so look at this. Take a little bit overview about this graph. We have the form of the smile here. We have the form of the smile face here, and then you will have the mean point. It means the vertex of this graph at the point 0 and 0, original point. Symmetrical line here will have equation x equal to 0, and about the x-intercept and y-intercept we have here 0 and 0. Okay, so that is the graph about y equal to x squared. And how about the other one? About the other one, we will have y equal to minus x squared. About this case, we will have the coordinate x or y will be this one, and the graph of here, the graph of this parabola will be like this. Okay, so the highest point will be here. One more time, I need to revise a little bit about the four main important thing here. The first thing we have form. The form of this one will be the set face because we have the form of this one. The second one, I care about the vertex of the vertex of this graph. About this vertex of graph, I will have the max point because we have the highest form at this point. So we have here is max point, it's not mean point anymore. And the coordinate of this vertex will be 0 and 0, original point, right? And about the third one, we care about the symmetrical line. The symmetrical line will divide this graph into the two parts, the left hand side, the right hand side. So the same thing with the previous graph, we also have this one is here. So x equal to 0 will be the symmetrical line of this graph, or we can call here is y-axis. So the last one, we have intercept. We got intercept, x-intercept and y-intercept also important. And for this case, we only have 1 point, 0 and 0. It means original point will be the x-intercept and also be y-intercept of this graph. The difference between this line, this graph, and the previous here also about only about the form. One is mine, one is says, but we have the vertex have the same coordinate, symmetrical line have same coordinate, and x-intercept, y-intercept we have also be the same. Okay, so but the main point of this video is I want to introduce about the four main things about parabola: form, vertex, symmetrical line, and x and y-intercept. Yes, thank you so much for watching this one, and in next video we will go through a little detail about the general form of quadratic equation.